All right, we're up against Bowen. I think we are having a pretty bad track or record recently against him. Oh man, this aerial spec is pretty trash. I think we just go with this. I don't think we can play the Void Eye. The Void Eye, I think, is it seems to be good if you commit, but if you don't commit, you can lose. For example, we played with the Woot, and he had no choice but to go mass Void Eye, and we were able to counter that pretty easily. Yeah, so it's a bad unit, even, you would agree. So we have a pretty good pack here. We just do this. Pretty straightforward. I think this is a really, generally speaking, this is a really strong pack. He actually goes for Void Eyes. He might actually be going Mass Void Eye here. Maybe he was one of the people that beat us recently. Playing against the Void Eye can be pretty dangerous. Like if you don't play it correctly, it could be bad. So perhaps our opponent has figured out how to play this correctly. The Fangs are not that good to see because, well, it's semi-late Chaff. Crawlers would have been a lot better. Missile Strike can be actually good here. Probably want to kill one of his Void Eyes with his units, but do we sacrifice? Do we build our board for the Phantom Rays? Like, what else do we need? Do we just need Chaff? Maybe. He doesn't have Chaff clear, so we can go for the Chaff. I think this kills his Void Eyes. His Void Eyes are okay. Yeah, need to enable our graphics a little bit. Just so we can see where the square starts. I think this is okay, but it is a bit risky. It might be better to just go like this. Well, we won't kill all of his fangs, but it might be a good trade-off. Let's go for more chaff. I think we just save our money. It is crazy, but I don't know what else we should do. Okay, so he does actually go for the chaff clear and the arc light. All right. He still only has fangs. Maybe he thinks that because we're gonna burn, just don't build too much crawlers, which is very smart. Somehow we're losing this pretty badly. It's the arc lights are doing so much. It almost feels like now we need to go for range on the hounds and just play normal for a round, but somehow I don't think this is gonna go well for us. We need to take to the skies pretty soon. Improve Phoenix is interesting, but I think it's potentially a bit early for that. It could be good though. The missile strike again is attractive. Let's just go for the missile strike. It's probably the safer bet. Usually you would think storms is good here, but we're gonna take to the skies regardless. And I think we want just normal Phoenix. Hopefully the opponent doesn't go for the improved Phoenix. We'd be kicking ourselves. Because I think his HP would be just crazy. Maybe just go for the armor. Or let's just float the money, because we kind of don't know what we want to do. So he's going range, Arclight. Okay, so he's pretty much committed to Chaff Clear. Which is good that we've transitioned it to the Phoenix. He's also adding some of his own Chaff, because our Chaff Clear isn't the greatest. I do feel like the Arclights is not amazing for him. Like, if we go take to the air, we don't build any more Chaff. Maybe we even sell our Crawler. But we did build 4 Crawlers, so it's not easy to sell, per se. He actually doesn't build the Crawler at the last second. We have a huge Chaff Clear problem, but we're not. It's not huge enough to the point where we want to build like a million like fire storms or anything. Interestingly, if we had improved, like this probably can't die to the Fang, but being so much more expensive represents a huge commitment. I don't know how good that is. But our problem for sure is the Chaff Clear. I think we have to go range on the Hounds now. There's nothing else I think we can do. Okay, so we get the Phantom Ray, we get Mustangs. Let's definitely take the Mustangs. Phantom Rays are very interesting as well. So Mustangs probably need to have range. We don't necessarily need to range the Hound, unless he goes for... Okay, he did go for 1 Chaff. Probably also need to range the Hounds. It's so hard to figure out what we need to do here. Steel Balls are not doing much, but let's not sell out of them. Problem now is these guys are going to get missiled very easily. Probably even wanted to leave a square just so the missile doesn't hit everything. And what do we do now? Probably don't want to distract him with Chaff. Want to go for more Hounds now, but it's just everything is just Chaff Clear at this point. I'm not sure how good that is. Maybe 1 Phoenix, 1 Hound. Double shot on the Marksman, that's interesting. He probably was expecting, I guess, the Phantom Ray. He does have more Chaff now, but we're starting to build Chaff Clear. I guess the main thing is the Storms. Right, the Storms is the main thing. And it is something we are weak to, for sure. Phoenix wasn't a bad choice, though. It is bad into the Arclights, but... perhaps we need to go anti-missile on the Storms, but it doesn't seem great, since we already click range, but maybe we have no choice. He is building more and more stuff that burns, though, so I'm starting to feel like we need to go fire. But do we really go fire here? I think we have to, right? And just the Phantom Rays now for the... I don't know how we dodge this. Thinking we're not going to be able to dodge it. Let's just protect one of our... Let's just shield this. Maybe also shield this. It's a lot of shield money. I think it's bad, but... kind of don't have anything else to do with the money. He does. The good thing is that he doesn't have a lot of marksmen. Bad thing is, marksman is kind of like hiding behind his other units. Still, no, it doesn't make sense to get shield, I think, because of the double shot. But I do wish we went for the improved Phoenix now. Okay, electromagnetic blast. Does that do anything? Actually, might. It is very expensive though. And is it going to guarantee that we get his shield? If we don't get his shield and we go for this, we're going to lose. So it's kind of tricky. We can get his shields, then yes. But it's very, very tricky because his marksman will come out of the shield, I think, just like last time. Don't think we go for that. And I wonder if he's going to shield here. He should. Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't respect this, but that's fine. Let's just check. Now he's going to go for the Phoenix. We have to go for a defense upgrade. The oil is available. We need more Phantom Rays to keep spreading the fire. Don't know how many more we need, but it's probably enough. We can go for Mustang. We can go for Wasps to add a little bit of chaff. It is going to be a target that he can exploit us for in the future round, but not sure there's much we can do about that. Kind of got to position this in a way where he can't completely exploit us. Let's go for range. And perhaps the oil. I don't know. Maybe just the attack. We don't need the oil right now, I think. It's going to be quite a nice missile here. Yeah, this wasp is... It was very unfortunate that we lost the wasp there. Probably need to click shield on the wasp next. Just for the missile. Trooper supply, okay. Sandworm, how good is the Sandworm for us? I think the Sandworm's quite good. Typhoon is good if he goes into Wasp, but he probably is not likely to go into Wasp. I think it's Sandworm for sure. You can go Mechabellum first. We need to missile this. I wonder if he's going to go for the Typhoon. Maybe we don't go... Maybe we just go for one more Wasp. I don't know. Probably better to go for a Worm first. Could also go for a Mustang in the middle, but I don't think so. I think it's just another Wasp. Maybe here. I think it's time for the oil. Could have expected this. It's kind of good though, because the oil... Do need to get fire here. We need to get fire here as well. What happened to the fire? Okay, there we go. Is armor Sandworm versus Mective Sandworm. Okay. Armor makes a lot of sense. However, it's not great into the Phoenix, but we don't quite have Mective. We don't quite have we don't have Charge Shot, which we need. And it is also more expensive technology. So the Sandworms are not our like kind of our only play. We'll just skip. Sandworms is not our main carry unit, I think. What I'm trying to say, it's just temporary. He's building a lot of chaff. It just adds something to the front line. I think we will wait for we'll wait one more round until we do our thing. And we just go, okay, so he's got Mustangs of his own now. We will click shield on the Wasp, obviously. We both haven't sold anything yet, which is very impressive. I wonder if he's going to shield the back or if he's going to shield the front. Storms are pretty devastating. More Phoenixes seem to be pretty good here. Let's missile this and this. A couple more Phantom Rays for the fire is also good. Maybe more Worms is good. Maybe not. Let's go more Phoenixes first. Maybe one more Worm. And let's just click range. Okay, the Fortress with AA is exactly what we expected. I mean, it is one of the things we could have expected there. We will get shield on the Phoenix, but I think more importantly, it's time to go for the factory. That being said, the level 1 steel balls are kind of scary. And not sure what happened to all our Phoenixes. It looks like they died a little bit. We still actually have Phantom Rays left, which is the most important thing for tanking. Maybe we just double down on the Phantom Rays a little bit more. Just click shield. The only problem here is the fire is not landing. Does he have Interceptor? This is very good. Get a free bubble. Alright, I think it's time. Does not have Interceptor, but the fire does not land for some reason. Okay. So we know what to do now. This is the play. We need to make 2,000 worth of damage. I forget that we were even, probably go for this, launch overload. Maybe even if he tries the EMP, maybe even something else, but I don't think he's necessarily going to EMP. I think we want to missile the Chaff. There might be some anti-missile stuff going on. Maybe not. Need to think about this here. We want to missile his Chaff, don't we? So it's going to be like this. Definitely get the beacon. It's going to be like here and then here. Missile this. Go for a shield. Continue to missile this. And what else? Do we upgrade anything? Maybe just more missiles? Alright. The only problem now is the we kind of need shield on the phoenixes. We kind of forgot to do that, but if we can kill all the forts, we don't need shield anymore. And I think we're gonna do way more than 2,000 damage here if we manage to pull off our strategy. Hey, what happened to the factory? How did the factory die so quick? Okay, at least we get the tower. But I don't think we have 2,000 worth of damage, so this is going to be a little bit precarious, especially since we're double teched. It's easy for him to, he can go for a melter very easily. But we might just lose. Oh wait, that is enough. Never mind. You know, yeah, you kind of have to predict the factory there. I think we played it correctly with these technologies. I would have even gone with the photon, but it's probably just too much of a commitment. Fortunately, he didn't actually EMP us. Obviously, the opponent played it really well. I don't know about the Scorpions. I think he was just trying to save money. He is super greedy with the super supply. He's playing for the long game, whereas we wanted to just end this game immediately. I think this is good. This is a very good angle to go in with the factory just straight in. If you go on the side, that can work also, but then you give it a little bit more time for the crawlers to come through. We kind of just straight busted in there, like one shot his fortresses. Somehow we still died. I think it was to the marksman, which I was a little bit surprised about. And I mean, I'm kind of disappointed at how little the sandworms did. They kind of tanked a little bit, but I don't think they tanked that much. It probably was a mistake to go for the additional sandworms past like the 2 that we started with, because I think he's countering the sandworms very well. The mech div is just annoying, so I think we should have probably just stuck with the original 2. Obviously, the phoenixes were our backline damage dealers. They did very well in terms of damage. I think they did pretty much. We could have gone for more phoenixes at any point. The phantom rays. So if we try this without the factory, I'll see how we could play that. All right, so we got to figure out how we can play this without going for the factory. We know he's going to go for more forts. It makes a lot of sense. Don't think we want any of this, but I think we just go for the cell still. And my original plan was to go for Phantom Rays with shield. So we'll go for armor, and we go for a couple higher level Phantom Rays. Probably put them a little bit further up, just so they can dodge better the missile. You're right. Maybe we go for an armor. I'm not sure. Can we go for shield here? We can. It's perfect. Do not go for range. And all these guys are going to get hit, unfortunately. So let's just see what happens here. There's no shield. Okay, there is a shield here. So the idea is that the shield on the Phantom Ray is going to be able to tank the multiple volleys coming in from the forts. The Phoenixes will take out the forts once all the chaff is gone. See, they just pop real quick. Man, it looks like everything's going according to plan here. I'm kind of surprised that it's working out so well. So that's what we were going to do. Is there any other alternative here? I mean, what if we went all in on the sandworms? Would that do anything? Do the sandworms actually do anything? I mean, you would need armor at a minimum, right? So think we can get 3 more here. So maybe this is enough to kind of push it to the point where, okay, this is, you know, it's doing a lot now. Now I'm not sure if you want, okay, so maybe we don't put 3 here. We put them like here, we put them like here, put them like here. Okay. It's interesting that our sandworms are so forward and his is back. It almost makes it feel like we're the one playing aggro. Now this is kind of devastating. We're losing a couple of units for no reason because of the missile barrage. It's actually looking very good here. I wonder if this is even a better play than maybe it's even a better play than the factory. The only problem is we don't seem to have too many sandworms left on this side. We're making a lot of progress here. Holy crap, that's even better than the factory. Okay. I had no idea that was going to happen. Interesting. So sandworms, we want sandworms, eh? But sandworms, they kill, they're just super good at tanking. They kill the fortress, I guess. Like, I thought the fortress was good into the sandworm, but maybe not. If you look at it, it's 160k. This guy does 8k per shot. I don't know if he shoots twice. Might shoot twice. Might only shoot once. I don't know. Maybe it only shoots once. So that's quite a long time for this to die. I mean, the marksman is what shoots twice. The marksman would do 20k, and you know it 4 shots the sandworm. So that's kind of the problem. That's quite interesting. I wonder if it's even better to have like this one sandworm over a little bit, so it could kind of goes over here. But okay, that's a very interesting result. I'm surprised that he just continued to build more forts because the obvious play for the opponent, the obvious thing he was going to do was going to build more forts. Maybe even go for a bubble on the fort. I think he really should have sold like the boat and just went for like forts maybe with shield or maybe with something else. I'm not sure if the forts was going to be enough if we continued to invest in the sandworm. Maybe he needed like range on the steel ball and more steel balls. Was the steel ball even an option there? So steel ball was not an option, but it was scorpion. Well, like double shot on the scorpion would be quite good actually into the sandworm. You would imagine, right? So maybe that's what he could have done, but it's hard to simulate because we went for the factory, and I think that factory was, yeah, it was quite lucky because we only won by like under 100. So yeah, things worked out well, but I think we could have played it with more sandworms like we just tried.